Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about this amazing film experience I just had. So I just came back from seeing 2001. Ooh, the lighting. Ooh, the lighting. Anyway, just got back from seeing 2001 A Space Odyssey. First time ever in my entire life that I've seen this film, and I got to see it in IMAX. And all I can say before I even go into the film itself is that if it is playing on an IMAX screen near you right now for the 50th anniversary, go check it out, watch it. I was there with my wife who had not seen it before, and also a friend who had seen it about 5 times before, and even he said that seeing it on the big screen like that with the IMAX sound is just incredible. And that's where I had to get started. I mean, the film starts off and you're just sitting in darkness with this beautiful ethereal score playing, and you're just getting set in the actual mood itself. Nothing's playing on screen. And for a while I was thinking to myself, oh man, there has to be something wrong with the screen. Maybe the film's just not working. And I was like looking over to my friend who had seen it before, kind of like, what's going on here? But it was all part of it. And then all of a sudden we have the NGM logo, and then all the film, then the film actually starts. And once the film starts, this film is almost 2 hours 45 minutes, almost 3 hours long. It has an intermission set in the very middle of it, which is just amazing to me. And it does just you know it's long, but it doesn't even feel that way, because every single scene is so meticulously shot, it just pulls you in. Every single thing about it, the music, the score, the visuals, I mean, every single aspect of this film is just damn near perfect. And I just have to say, Stanley Kubrick, this is easily my favorite Stanley Kubrick film at this point, and also this is absolutely his masterpiece. And I know that some people might say, oh, you're kind of late to the party on this one, but again, having this be my first time that I've ever seen it, this is a movie that came out in 1968, never seen this film, I can now understand why it is so often considered one of the greatest films of all time, why it's considered one of the most influential films of all time, especially when it comes to the sci-fi genre. I mean, there's just so many things about this film to talk about, and so I can't go into all the things, but I mean, I just have to break just a few of the things that really stuck out to me. For one, the score. I mean, obviously they're using a lot of classical music. They're using some music that was for the film, and just the great mix of this ethereal, almost operatic singing, like orchestra, with just this dissonance. There's this dissonant sound that exists throughout the entire film, and it just kind of puts you on the edge. It makes you uncomfortable. And to me, it was just brilliant, because that's what the film was trying to do. It was trying to make you uncomfortable. It wasn't trying to be a straightforward normal film. And then you got these 3 different segments of the film that are broken up into each parts, and each single part is interesting in and of itself. Is just has so many different things going on in it. And I know that I'm being very general, but it's because I don't really think, I mean, obviously this has been out for 50 years, so it's really beyond going into spoilers, but this is a film that you have to experience, and this is a film that I would recommend you experience on the big screen. So again, it's only going to be in the IMAX theater, I know, for like maybe a few more days. Please, guys, go check it out for just the music alone, for having that kind of just brings you into the film. The cinematography, my God, the cinematography is fantastic. Again, every single shot is so well crafted, is just precise, and it just blows out of the water so many films that come out today. Visual effects, oh my God, everything is practically done. And I will tell you this, 1968 this film came out. This blows out probably 95+% of most movie CGI effects that are coming out today. That is how good these effects are. They're all practical, and keep in mind they were putting this film and editing it together by hand, cutting and slicing and all these other things, and they're doing better things and more things with that technology that they had, and it still holds up. It still looks great. The whole time me and my wife were looking at each other like, 1, how did they do that? And 2, how in the hell did they do that in 1968? That is just how impressive that the visual effects are. And I mean, again, the cinematography, the music, the visual effects, and then on top of all of that, it was made. And I'm gonna get into I'm gonna do a video. My video this week for Geeks and Gamers, most likely, unless something changes this weekend, is going to be trying to break down the box office numbers totally for this film. But just to give you a quick preview of that, this film was made for a budget of $12 million back in 1968, which is the equivalent of around $86 million today. To think of that, to think that this film, that any film of this caliber, not only of its length, but also of its consistency, of its just, the craft that was put into it. $86 million. I am just floored by this film, and that's really the best way I can explain it, is that I'm floored. Now, is it a perfect film? No. The last third of the film just has me all over the place. There's just so many things that happens. There's one sequence of shots where they use a lot of different colors and inversions of colors that just, I feel, goes on a little bit too long. I think that whatever point it was trying to make, it just was stretching a little bit too long. But even then, I was still appreciating it, thinking to myself, if I was in the audience back in 1968, all these things would be impressing me. All these things would just be, bringing me into it. And most of it, except for that one section, did just that, even today in 2018. And to me, this is just a great example of why there are so many films today that just suck. That just, when you look at a film like this, when you see what they were able to do for $86 million, like 2018 dollars, what they were able to do using practical effects, using cinematography, using just brilliant storytelling elements, and you look at the modern crap that we have nowadays, and it just blows most of it out of the water. And so, with that in mind, I have to give this film an A+. I don't give that grade out very often, but even with that one section that just that ticks me off because of it goes on a little bit too long, even with that, the rest of the film makes up for it, because, oh my goodness, and that's not even going into the acting. The acting is solid all throughout the film. Even though the acting is such a small part of it, because it's mostly just a visual masterpiece, it's also all about sound, it's all about music. So, and I gotta say this again. So again, I give it an A+, guys, and I'm dead serious about this. Go see it in IMAX. You will not regret it. I think it's like $15 depending on when you go. If you have the AMC A-list, you can use one of your tickets for that. Go see it, because it is probably one of the coolest movie-going experiences that you'll ever have. There were only about maybe 5 or 6 of us in there, so it's a movie that's obviously been out for a very long time, and only diehard people are actually going to be going to see it, so you're less likely to have people come in and, cause a ruckus and, cause anything that's going to go on. There's some scenes in there where it's absolute total silence, and you're just listening to it, thinking to yourself, it's amazing that this film is able to not only utilize sound and music, but also silence in such an effective way. Fan-frickin-tastic, guys. Go see this movie. Go see it in IMAX. It's wonderful. Anyway, guys, if you have seen this movie before, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. I would love to have further discussions. So next time I go on a live stream, definitely would love to have some conversations about this movie, because there's just so many things. I'm probably going to watch like 10 or 20 different YouTube videos explaining that ending to me, and explaining especially that last third. Because again, the first 2 thirds to me are just cinematic brilliance. The last third is still really good, but just, again, it goes more into that abstract where it was very hard to follow. But I'm sure it's going to make a lot more sense once I actually dive into those other videos. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all are amazing. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. Y'all are all amazing. And guys, also, please give me some advice. If there's things that you want to see in the future, if there's some movies that you want me to see and review, if there's any retro movies that you want me to see and review, please let me know. Also, want you to know, since we're talking about IMAX, that this week, I believe August 30th is the start date, Marvel's 20 films are going to start to come out, especially in IMAX. And I want to say that they're available for a special price. The last time I checked, they were going to be around $8. To see a Marvel film in IMAX for around $8 to me is a pretty good deal. So I don't know how many of those movies I'm actually going to be able to see, because they're kind of at odd times. But that starts this week, and I cannot wait to dive into that. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great night, and as always, God bless.